The most terrifying tragedies found on Roblox. There's a lot of disaster recreations found on Roblox, and a lot of them are actual events that have happened at one point in our lives. Events such as plane crashes that led to survivors eating each other, to hikers going on snow expeditions that had them all mysteriously die. I'm going to show you different Roblox tragedy games and then take a look at how accurate they really are and why these events occurred in the first place. So we're going to start with the tragedy that led to the survivors eating each other, and it all started with the plane crash of Flight 571. The description reads, this game is based on a real story. So let's just go ahead and join this game and see why the plane crashed in the first place. Alright, so here we go. The plane's already taking off. Oh geez, what the heck? Wait, hold on. Okay, so it looks like we're experiencing turbulence. Oh yeah, there we go. It's shaking again. The plane seems okay right now, but we are over the snowy mountains. Oh geez, what the heck? Ah! Wait, that was a big crash. Yeah, so the back of the plane hit that side of the mountain, causing the whole thing to crash, and now we're pretty much stranded out here in the middle of nowhere. Oh look, here's some of the belongings of people. Can we actually like open stuff? Oh yeah, look, there's a bottle of water that we got. We got some fish, and I think there's like a whole oh geez, it got really dark really fast. But yeah, I guess this Roblox game is a survival game, because in reality, not everybody on this plane died. There was actually some survivors of the plane, but then they were stranded in snow for many days. And before we look into that, let's look at the plane animation to see how accurate the Roblox game was. Alright, so here's the animation. It does seem like there's very heavy winds right now, and oh yeah, it's experiencing a lot of turbulence. So the Roblox game was pretty accurate. But are they going to crash into the mountain? Oh yeah, geez, that plane is like way too low. Okay. Oh yeah, that was a lot worse than the game. Oh look, yeah, you could see some of the survivors there. This happened on October 13th, 1972. And yeah, one of the comments here even said they survived for 72 days. They ate corpses and covered themselves with warm blankets. And so some information about this whole thing. The flight was carrying 45 passengers and crew, including 19 members from a rugby team, along with their families, supporters, and friends. And so 3 members and 9 passengers died immediately upon the crash, and several more died soon after due to the frigid temperatures and the severity of their injuries. So yeah, out of 45 people, there was only 16 survivors, and again, they had to survive in the middle of nowhere with no food for 72 days. Oh, it says here that search and rescue aircraft overflew the crash site several times during the following days, but failed to see the white fuselage against the snow. Search efforts were called off after 8 days of searching. Wow, they didn't bother to like go down there? And during those 72 days, the survivors had to endure sub-zero temperatures, exposure, starvation, and an avalanche, which led to the death of 13 more passengers. The remaining passengers resorted to cannibalism to survive. So yeah, with no food and all that, they had to make some pretty intense decisions. What actually led to these people to survive was that 2 of the survivors set out across the mountains, and they trekked for 33 miles for 10 days until finally, after 2.5 months after the crash, they got help, and they were able to also rescue the other 14 people that stayed behind. Okay, so what actually did cause the plane to crash? It says here that the pilot mistakenly believed the aircraft had overflown Curicó, the turning point to fly north, and began descending towards what he thought was an airport. Oh, okay, so that's why the plane was really low. He failed to notice that instrument readings indicated that he was still 60 to 69 kilometers east of Curicó, and by the time they saw the mountain, they unsuccessfully tried to gain altitude. But that's when the plane struck the mountain ridge. Man, that's unfortunate. The whole thing is pretty crazy, and there's actually like 2 movies based off of this thing, because it is a miracle how these people managed to survive for that long. But this next tragedy is also a pretty dark one. It's the DYATOLov Pass incident. I played this Roblox game before, but I feel it belongs as a tragedy, and so the incident refers to the unsolved deaths of 9 ski hikers from the year 1959. The experienced trekking group had established a camp on the slopes, but during the night, something caused them to tear their way out of their tents and flee the campsite while inadequately dressed for heavy snowfall and sub-zero temperatures. So yeah, to this day, this whole tragedy is unsolved, and I'll show you what it's about. But yeah, this is an actual photo of some of the hikers. So yeah, it says that they have a tent here, and just like the description said, during the night, something happened that caused them to tear through the tent and run away. Now, if we walk along a bit further in the snow, we could actually see a few skeleton bodies representing some of the hikers, with more along the way. And there's a few theories as to why the hikers ran away in the middle of the night, and some of them believe that a Yeti actually caused them to run away. That's why there's a huge Yeti in this game. No, get away, get away! And remember, they ran away in sub-zero temperatures. Like, they would not be able to survive outside for too long. But was it actually a Yeti that caused this whole thing to happen? Well, let's look at this TikTok video to see what happened.
What happened to these 9 experienced hikers? In February of 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers set out on a trek through the Ural Mountains. They were led by a man named Igor Dyatlov and
Okay, so the whole incident's named after him.
mountain, but something went horribly wrong. When the hikers failed to return as planned, a search and rescue team was sent out to find them.
Okay.
But what they discovered
Oh,
was a
geez.
scene straight out of a nightmare. The hikers' tent was found to have been cut open from the
Oh, so
inside,
that's a tent?
as if they were trying to escape something. The hikers themselves were found scattered across the mountain, some of them still in
similar
their
to the
sleeping
Roblox
bags,
game, okay.
as if they had been trying to flee in a hurry. The hikers' bodies showed signs of extreme trauma, with some of them having broken bones and missing eyes. But the most bizarre thing was that their clothing contained high levels of radiation. It was reported that the hikers encountered an avalanche, and the missing body parts were the work of animals. However,
yeah,
to
that makes
this
sense.
day, no one knows exactly.
Yeah, so one of the comments here says, they've been trying to escape the Yeti. I've done some research. There was 36 nuclear tests done in 1958. Perhaps some of the fallout settled on top of the snow. That explains the radiation. I mean, yeah, that would make sense with the whole avalanche theory. Yeah, take a look at that. On the Wikipedia page here, it says 6 died due to hyperthermia, 2 physical chest trauma, and 1 due to a fractured skull. Geez, so there was some sort of animal out there, right? Man, that's insane. Yeah, honestly, the whole thing's very bizarre. There's a lot of different theories as to why this could have happened. There's military tests, possibly violent winds, and a lot of people are still trying to figure out what happened to this day, but we may never know the answer. Alright, but now we move on to this next tragedy that ends in the best way possible, and that's the US Airways Flight 1549. Oh geez, okay, we're already in the plane then. So the plane's already falling over here. It seems to be a fatal engine on the left wing, but as you can see here, the plane is about to land into the water. Let's hope we survive here. Can we actually like, oh geez, what, the plane crashed. Wait, hold on, that doesn't actually happen in real life. Okay, maybe that was a little bit inaccurate. Okay, here's a more accurate Roblox game of what actually happened. The plane landed in the water, but it landed safely with nobody actually dying. I mean, they were definitely scarred and all that, but everybody was fine. Everybody survived. All right, but let's take a look at the crash animation to see just how accurate it really is. All right, so the plane's in the city right now. Everything seems fine so far. Oh, is it gonna hit the birds? Is that what happened? Oh yeah, okay, so the engine does start malfunctioning. I think I actually have covered this before, but yeah, the engine fails and the pilot has no choice but to land in the water. Dude, yeah, that's insane. And it landed safely. Now what's also crazy is that we could actually hear the cockpit audio from the plane, and the whole thing's pretty intense.
Does he need assistance?
Yes, it was a bird strike. Can I get him in for runway 1?
Runway 1, that's good.
Cactus 1529, turn right 280.
So they're trying to clear the airport right now.
We can't do it.
The pilot says we can't do
which
it.
runway would you like at Teterboro?
We're going to be in the Hudson.
We're gonna be in the Hudson. Wait, the Hudson River?
I'm sorry, say again, Cactus?
I think he said he was going in the Hudson.
Yep.
You get anybody, you send them right over to the Lincoln Tunnel. We had a Cactus Airbus go down in the water.
Oh, do they think it actually crashed? Yeah, so this all happened in 2009 when the flight struck a flock of birds shortly after taking off, losing all engine power. Given their position in relation to the available airports and their low altitude, pilots Sully and Jeffrey decide to glide the plane to ditching on the Hudson River near Midtown Manhattan. All 159 people on board were rescued by nearby boats with no deaths and few serious injuries. The time from the bird strike to the ditching was less than 4 minutes. Wow, that's like really quick thinking. And that must have been scary for everybody on board, but I'm glad everybody survived. Yeah, the pilots and the flight attendants were awarded the Master's Medal for their heroic and unique aviation achievement. And well deserved they are. Anyways guys, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.